Good morning, children. I am Mahalakshmi here, your social science teacher. Today I thought of taking first history lesson, Sources of Medieval India. We'll start with the introduction. They say the period from 700 to 1200 AD and from 1200 to 1700 AD are classified as early medieval period and later medieval period. Now, what is AD? AD means Anno Domini. And what do you mean by CE? CE means Common Era. Now we get lot of information from inscriptions, monuments and coins and the accounts led by Arab, Persian and Turkish chroniclers. Kafi Khan, a courtier of Emperor Aurangzeb. What do you mean by courtier? An advisor of a king or a queen. Sources are classified into primary sources and secondary sources. In primary sources, we get lot of inscriptions, monuments and coins. From there we get all the information regarding the medieval period. Now secondary sources, literary work, chronicles, travelogues, biographies and autobiographies, they provide us with the secondary sources. Inscriptions are writings engraved on solid surfaces such as rocks, stones, temples, metals, etc. Uttaramerur inscriptions in Kanjipuram district provide the way administration was conducted in that period. Monuments, example temples, palaces, mosques, tombs, forts, minars and minarets are examples of all the monuments. In the medieval period, famous monuments are Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh, Konark in Odisha, Dilwara in Rajasthan. In medieval period, later Cholas built temples in Tanjavur, Gangaikonda Cholapuram and Dharasuram. Forts like Agra Fort, Chittoor Fort, Gwalior Fort and Delhi Red Fort were also built in that period. Now coins. The picture and the legend on the coins convey the name of the kings with their titles and portraits, events, places, dates, dynasties and logos, everything. Now also we can see in our coins, we can see Gandhiji's picture and we can see the year also down the coin. Muhammad Ghori has stamped the figure of goddess Lakshmi on his gold coins and his name inscribed on it. History. Medieval period in history is classified into two as early and later medieval period. That is from 700 AD to 1200 AD and from 1200 AD to 1700 AD. There are various sources for the study of history. Sources can be divided into primary sources and secondary sources. Inscriptions, monuments, coins are primary sources. Literary works, chronicles, travelogues, biography, autobiography are secondary sources. Primary sources, inscriptions on copper plates, rocks, stones, temples, walls and on metals are also found. Copper plates of the Chola period are the great source for us to know about Hindus, Buddhists, and Jain priests, teachers, and kits. Monuments. Monuments of medieval India are from numerous than that of those of ancient India. They are indispensable aid to the proper understanding of the artistic, cultural, and even economic events of the medieval India. It includes temples, palaces, mosques, tombs, forts, minars, and minarets. Coins. During the period of Sultanate and the Mughal India, various kings of coins that were introduced by the Sultan and Mughal emperors. The standard of the metals used and also from the engraved on them, it is quite possible to understand the economic condition of that time. Secondary sources. Various literature, secular literature, and example Madhura Vijayam by Ganga Devi and Kalhana's Rajatarangani. Religious literatures like Sekya's Periya Puranam, Tiruvasagam by Manikya Vasagar. Official records found relating to the history of the Mughal rule in India. Contemporary chronicles. The famous Arab scholar Al-Baruni wrote chronicle called An Enquiry into India, Biography and Memoirs. Ziauddin Barni wrote Tariq-i-Fishor Shahi. Sultan Muhammad and Taimur had their own biography. Accounts of foreign travelers. The earliest African traveler who visited Muslim India was Ibn Battuta. Now, please go through the videos and read the lesson thoroughly